3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? Watching Ash on Comics. I'm Ash. These are my comics. There's my dog. And this is just a little comic haul video. I get to the comic store on Thursdays nowadays instead of Wednesdays. And I don't necessarily even go every week because I don't get that many books anymore physically. But so I try to go at least once every other week. And so I decided to do a little video about what I got. So here you go. People like to see these. I like to see these too. If you got a haul video, point it out to me. I'll come check it out. Daredevil 29. It's a good series still. People kind of derided it a little bit when it went off the King in Black crossover, when the Elektra took over. And I have to admit, like, I'm one of those people that, you know, I'm like, I want to see the main guy. You know, if it's Daredevil, I want to see Matt Murdock. If it's Spider-Man, I want to see Peter Parker. If it's Batman, I want to see Bruce Wayne. If it's Superman, I don't want to see aged up Jonathan Kent, right? That's not Superman. I want to see the real deal. However, I have to admit, when good is good, I'm liking this Elektra story. I hope it doesn't go too long in the tooth, but so far, it's good. I know it's temporary, which is part of why I accept it. It's kind of like when Rhodey took up the Iron Man armor so many years ago. It was fine because it made sense for that story. This is a similar type thing here. Elektra taking up the Daredevil persona makes sense. Now, if they keep her this way for years and they do a Jane Foster thing, I'm going to get pissed off. That'll be stupid. But her stepping in, I like it. I like that she's not trying to one-up Matt Murdock. She's not trying to be like, Daredevil will be perfect when it's a woman. There's none of that. It's really her trying to prove to Matt Murdock that she's worthy of him. And I like that. I like that she's trying to change. And I think it's a good story. And Chip Zdarsky continues to impress. Now, you know, I dropped my DC books. And once upon a time, when I came back into comics, the reason I went to DC is because Marvel was so bad. I was like, I'm not buying any Marvel. And I'm an old school Marvel guy. And now I find myself buying more Marvels than DC. So you got Daredevil, another good book, Store by Donny Cates. It's good. I like what he's doing with Donald Blake, character that I never once cared for. But he's still around in the universe. And he needs to be, I don't want to say he needs to be dealt with, but it needs to be addressed. Like, I like that Donny Cates is addressing whatever happened to Donald Blake. Why do we not have a Donald Blake? And what can we do with him to make the universe more interesting? How can we tell good stories using this character? And I thought he came up with a really cool thing. Now, I haven't read the finale, so I don't know how it ends, but I've been enjoying it thus far. And that's the only two Marvel books that I get. And moving on to indies, all-time classic, 35 years plus running, Usagi Yojimbo, one of the best comics ever produced. Outshines even X-Men in terms of longevity of quality. For 17 years, Chris Claremont wrote X-Men, and it's the greatest mainstream comic run in the history of comics. Usagi Yojimbo has been written by Stan Sakai. Now, the runs have been broken up because he's switched publishers. He's been Fantagraphics. He's been at Dark Horse. I think he might have been at... Did he do Image? I can't remember. But now he's got IDW. There's several different publishers he's been under. And, of course, you know, you have the different numbering and stuff. But inside, incidentally, IDW is kind of nice. IDW actually puts inside the book what the total issue count is. It's in the 200s and something. Be that as it may, Stan Sakai's been doing Usagi Yojimbo for over 35 years. and it's really never been poor quality. I mean, to write one character for this long and to just be one of the best comics, it saddens me that more people aren't aware of this book. This should just be in everyone's collection. It's great. Yeah, so speaking of great, another indie book, Birthright, coming to a conclusion. I believe number 50 is going to be the final issue. Joshua Williamson, one of the better writers in modern comics. I believe Birthright is one of the best things I've read that he's done. He's most notable on Flash. He was the Rebirth Flash. I think he did nearly 100 issues on Flash. Widely loved. I didn't see anyone have any complaints about it. I'm not a big Flash guy, so I haven't read it, but I intend to. This is a great series. Pick this up in trades. You can get it. You can get the first trade for cheap because that's what Image does. Highly recommend that. Just try the first trade. You will know from the first trade whether this is for you or not. It's excellent. If it's a fantasy kind of story about a chosen one, right? And it's like, oh, and it's the typical tropes that you think you know, and Josh Williamson plays with that and turns things on their head, upside down, and I really enjoy it. If you like fantasy, let me just look at this cover. It's wizards and sorcerers. It's super high fantasy. It's just, but it's fun and it works great in comics. I recommend it. And then finally, got Noctera. You go, Ash, I thought you already had Noctera. Yes, I did. You can't really tell too well from the camera, but maybe if I like tilt it just right, it's hard to tell. But there's like it's embossed. It's hard to tell in the plastic. But this is the glow-in-the-dark cover. So, and look at that, $3.99. Glow-in-the-dark cover. Yeah, good. The DC probably would have charged you $10 for this. So, good on you, Scott. I like this book. I got the regular issue, and I heard that there was a glow-in-the-dark. It's funny enough, they actually put this on the shelf with the normal ones because they couldn't tell right away because it looks the same. You can kind of see there. I angle it just right in the light. There's like a texture, and it actually does have a thicker kind of cardboard cover. So maybe your store did it. Maybe if you missed this or something, check it out. I really like Noctera. Number 2 I thought was even better than number 1. It's got some really good world building. I'm really curious to see where this goes. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, and then last I got a back issue because my good boy Eric Breen told me to buy more back issues. So here you go, Eric. I bought a back issue. Look at that. I found Hawk World number 1. I recently posted on Twitter. I didn't do a video for anything, but I got a store nearby, SoCal Comics. That's what it's called. Anyways, they have a huge dollar bin room and stuff, and you can get dollar comics or 12 for $10. So I bought a bunch of Hawk World books, but they didn't have number 1, obviously, in the dollar bin. But my normal store had a number 1, so I picked it up. This only cost me $4. So I'm really excited to read this. It's this is the Ostrander run. He did this, so I think I'm gonna just keep trying to collect it. I have most of the issues now through 14. I think I'm missing 2 issues. I think it's like 11 and 12 that I'm missing, and then I'm just gonna read those and then just periodically go, because they have a lot of these at my store, and just maybe pick one up every week and just add it to my collection. You don't always have to buy back issues in bulk. I know Eric comes home with half a long box in back issues, but I think what I'm going to do is just, I'm paring down my new issues because Marvel and DC don't really want my money apparently, and I can just replace them with a cool back issue and then slow it down. I don't have to buy in bulk. I can buy it treat it like a new issue. Like, oh, here's the new issue of Hawkworld. So that's the plan. Oh, and then one more thing. So, a friend of the channel, longtime friend of the channel, Dave Asanowicz. Some of you may know him. Some of you may not know him. He used to do really cool comic haul videos like this, but better, because he would say screw copyright shit, and he would like play awesome rock or heavy metal music, and a lot faster. He wasn't long in the tooth like me. Anyways, he sent me some stickers. I guess he asked if I wanted some, and I was like, sure, send them to me. And so he sent me his Honey Nut Cheerios to keep them. So I haven't looked at these yet. I don't know what these are, but figure just do it on camera. Dave, I know you tweeted at me or like, did you get these? And I ignored you because I was going to do the video. That's why I ignored you. I didn't want to. So let's see what I got here. All right, get rid of that. Let's see. Oh, cool. So yeah, Dave Mustaine for president. Let's see, got a couple of those. That'll be fun. Put that. So I'm trying to think of where I'm going to use these. And then there's a little tiny. Oh yeah, Aunt Jemima. That's so awesome. Where did you get the Aunt Jemima stickers? This is fantastic. I need to put the. Oh man, so great. Oh, and then this is my favorite. I need more of these. This is the only one you sent me one of? Are you kidding me? Oh, Dave, thank you very much for sending me those. You guys read good comics. Hashtag read good comics. Thank you again, Dave, for the stickers. You guys tell me below what comics you're buying and what comics you got this week, what you're looking forward to, what you recommend. Be enthusiastic. Spread the word of mouth. Help people to not keep buying crappy books. Help them find the good stuff. And yeah, I'm going to go read some comics now. Take care. Thanks for watching.